Oh dear. We're out here on Awaroa, one of the few, as far as I know, completely working maps since the Rancho update. I do feel somewhat limited in the fact that hunting like SRP or Yukon, we pretty much can't fast travel to the places we want. And then we saw in yesterday's video, Medved was kinda bugged as well, the audio glitch. It's quite frustrating to not be able to hear anything, so we're out here working on sort of two different grinds today. The Fallow and Sika grind. I saw somebody asking, by the way, if Kyla was going to be a part of this. It's so difficult when we're not together, because in order for her to be able to, like, commentate kind of on what's going on and give advice and stuff, she kind of would have to see, you know, the live view, because there's like a 30-second delay for what she's seeing versus like when she's reacting to stuff and saying stuff. It would be rather difficult, so hopefully one day soon we can be together for such streams. In the meantime, perhaps her advice in the chat will help us out here. When a stream hasn't even started and messages are being deleted, you know it's gonna be fun? Oh no. What was being deleted? Who done it? Exactly, Benjamin. I'll be asking questions, just vaguely, most likely. Kyla's gonna have the answer. I'm pretty sure, by the way, we're about to see a super herd of fallow deer, which is gonna be fantastic. It should be right down here somewhere. What's up, Mistrage? Here for maximum weebage? Yes. Maximum weebage shall be attained. I think there ought to be more rendering in than that. Yeah, they're starting to pop in there. So they all sort of drink in this one spot. Man, when they're walking through the shadows, they certainly look melanistic. I still want to believe that one is, but pretty sure it is a comment. I do have a tripod set up down here, and sometimes, when we're lucky, they'll run towards me. Why that is, I have no idea. But in an ideal world, most of the bucks run this way, and we can just kind of kill them all, not delete zones, and move on. That said, I probably want to delete zones. There are so many deer here. It can be a bit difficult to actually, you know, make all the shots and kill all the bucks, but at least I know where they're at anyway. Fallow hunting without you, I know. Shouldn't even be legal. Two big elk on Settlers, David? Are you sure it was Settlers? I don't think Settlers is allowed to spawn two big animals in the same session. It had to be a different map. No, but a 320 elk ain't bad, especially for that map. Looks as though both of these are, in fact, commons, by the way. We're going to shoot the back one first. Then the front one. Now, looks like the bucks are going the wrong way. I don't think we're going to do a bunch of crazy, like, try to shoot literally everything kind of stuff. It gets a bit much, especially when we have to track them. Every buck ran the other way. That's the first time I've seen them do that. Now, we could sit here and wait, and maybe we will. If they come back nervous, we can definitely get a couple more. Maybe what we'll do, since we won't have caused that much pressure, is kind of just slowly scoot up there. Why? Excuse me, sir. Why are you calm? I have no idea. Whoa. Not gonna lie, this doesn't happen often. 300 meter neck shots, that's not one, especially when they're moving, that I have any confidence in doing, but, you know, the more respawns, the better. This is kind of effective. I haven't actually had it go this way before. I don't mind it. Just let them kind of slow down and then make better shots. Use a nuke, get all the deer. Will that give me respawns? Am I able to claim the remains of the deer in order to get the respawns? I know there's like one small buck and maybe a 3. There's the small buck. Hiding behind a doe, which sadly is about the same size. He should come back and stop. Airstrike? If only we were playing SE. Let's let him walk all the way in. In the meantime, I really don't see any other antler. I think we've killed every buck except for that little guy, because the one that we shot in the neck was one of the ones that I saw, like, running away originally. Sonic, thank you for the super chat. Can we get into a Discord chat together? Like a voice chat? I have a voice chat set up for, like, YouTube members and patrons and stuff like that. It's not used very often, I will say that, you know, right at the beginning here, but that is a thing that exists. On the river, yeah, if somebody wants to know where I'm at, right here, basically at the southern part of, like, this dry area of the river, right where that starts to pick up for the deeper water again. It's a good spot. When does the Mexico map come to PS4? Still no official release date. When does anybody know? Like, there was the whole midsummer thing, and EW, most of the employees, I guess, were on break. How long was that supposed to last? Are we towards the end of that now? Schuster VC is deader than dead? Alright. Thanks, Support Assist, for sending me alerts. What's up, Lucky? My wish for this game is horses as an alternative to the four-wheeler. That's been requested quite a few times, and the only thing that I'm not sure, like, how they'd handle it is, like, what do they make the spook radius? I wasn't aware you could cross over there. That's interesting. Anyway, if, like, the spook radius has to be farther than 200 meters, because otherwise you're getting into a little bit of pay-to-win territory, like if you can just move around more quickly on a horse than, like, running. And then what is the movement speed? Because if it is as fast as an ATV, but with lower spook radius, then they're just never going to sell another ATV DLC again. Is that so, Fallow? Huh. What an interesting business method. Business method? Business model. That's the one. Glinted? 100%. Which board do you think would have scored better? The tall, wide one with less tines, or the tall, narrow one with more tines? Generally with elk, assuming they had similar frames there, more tines is just incredibly important, because even those smaller looking tines, on a frame that big, they're probably adding 10 to 15 inches of score. Can I restore DLC? I'm not sure I know what you mean by that. Are they planning to fix the bugs in the game soon? They're always working on bug fixes. They've said it. There are kind of like two different teams. 323 meter on the move next shot. Probably never again, so I'm going to screenshot that real quick. Anyway, basically one team works on like new content and new releases and all that, and another team works on bug fixes. So they're always kind of working on two different kind of things. Let's find your 272, Fallow. I mean, we match with Red Deer. Maybe we can match with Fallow. I'd love another 270. I'd make a 270 huddle mount. I think you deserve yours first, but you know, maybe after that I can get one. That guy doesn't look too bad. There's been a number of 4s on my map, and that's kind of encouraging. Hopefully there's a 5 not too far down the road. Ended up shooting the wider one because he was standing in front of the other. Tried to get both, but the other one took off before I could shoot again. Yeah, it's tough to get two animals out of the same herd in Classic compared to Call of the Wild. I mean, sometimes, if it's a considerably larger frame, they do just score higher. I would have had to see them to really have a decent answer there. Maybe tomorrow, says Kyla. I just want the Leighton Lakes hunting stands to fix for the quest. Oh. I never even considered that bug would make it so like missions are quite literally impossible right now. I'm sure that is rather annoying. Was there not? Oh, okay. Let's range that real quick. We might be in a position where these won't spook. Ooh. This guy might hang around. Okay. This will be interesting. What I think is going to happen is we'll shoot this one. This one's going to try to spook. If we can shoot him, this guy will only be spooking from that shot because he's over 200 meters. And then we can get all three. Probably not what's going to happen, but let's see. Oh, shot too low. I think we could have had it if not for shooting too low. There was also that other little guy, but maybe. I think they're going to come this way. Sort of what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. Also, vertebrae on that one. That guy's just sort of off and running. That might help. Where did little guy go? I don't know. And for good measure. Okay. Thank goodness for tripods. Otherwise, we'd be finding new zones every single time. How have I done this? You guys can hear that, right? It sounds like I'm just running on metal. I don't think that's like a new Rancho bug. I think I somehow just... Maybe I started running when I was still in the tripod? I have no idea. What's up, Mels? What's your favorite map? My favorite map is Layton. I am a sucker for antlered species, and Layton does have the most of those, so kind of just naturally the way that goes. Is this gonna stop? That took about 12 seconds to get incredibly old. Yikes. That was not even a good hit. Okay. What we ought to do probably is let Rascal level up a little bit as we're going along. I'm about to just start jumping so that we don't have to hear that ridiculous sound. I'm hoping a fast travel is going to fix it here shortly. Metal shoes confirmed. Metal shoes and metal feet. Just running along with such things. Oh. Okay. It stopped. Not going to complain. Are we missing one deer yet? I feel like we are. I know the 4 up here that we hit poorly. I don't remember ever claiming the very first one, though. I don't know. Anyway. Killed a 189 blacktail. Nice, dude. Any, like, high 180s are pretty hard to come by. I don't know what my best is. Somewhere like 186-ish area. Robotro? Oh, dear. Heh. Oh, dear. It's in the title. Am I blind? I don't even see the next track. Maybe Rascal can do a better job than I am. What's your take on fish-only maps? Like, fishing maps? I think, if anything, they should release a separate game for fishing. It's... For one, it is called The Hunter Call of the Wild, so when you start to, you know, mess with that theme, I think they just wouldn't sell as many... Okay, let me phrase it this way. Let's say there's someone that wants to play a fishing game. They look on Steam, and this game's called, like, The Hunter. Nothing to do with, like, it's not outdoor game, it's not fishing game. It's just The Hunter, whatever. I don't think they're likely to sell as many, or to make as much profit as they could, because the title just doesn't really appeal to those people that are looking for a fishing game, whereas if they made a separate game, call it, you know, The Fisher Call of the Ocean, or whatever you want to, you know, title it, I think it has a lot more potential to do well, and from a business standpoint, obviously that's what they are looking to do. I mean, starting a fallow ground yesterday, 92 of them and 1 troll. I think 1 level 5 per 100 is about correct. It's unfortunate it was the troll, but at least you got a 5 that quick. What's up, Lyrics? How's the new map? Haven't got to try it yet? It's fun. I quite like Rancho. The only reason that we're not doing more content on it is, one, I mean, we did a bunch of hunting it for the antelope jackrabbit kind of grind. The other thing is, I'm trying not to just spam, especially, you know, console player viewers with Rancho nonstop, because that feels a little bit unfair. I do intend to get back to it whenever we find out when console release is. I want to do some videos, maybe even more controller hunts over there again, but in the meantime, I'm kind of waiting. Call of the Sea. I like it. Call of the Sea. The Fisher Call the Water. See, they could do something like that. I think there's probably a better title in there, you know? somewhere out there that I'm not coming up with, but it could work. It would still be their branding. I don't know of any other game really that's like the Hunter or the Hunter Call of the Wild, the Hunter Classic, where it's like lowercase THE and then like all one word. I don't know. It's an interesting little kind of like branding thing they have, and it would still fit in that theme. Alright, this spot I always shoot one fallow buck and others flee. That's a good one. 220 to 272. Anyway, we gotta make shots on the run in order to kill all the bucks here. This might be the first time in a long time that there's only 2, which makes life easier. No big deal. I've been waiting and avoiding all Rancho content until I get my new PC. That's absolutely fair enough. When they would do like reveal streams back in the day, I used to not watch them. Like, I wanted to experience the new map for myself, so I 100% get that frame of mind. Now when they do reveal streams, I tend to watch because, I mean, people want to see highlights and stuff, so I've done it, and a lot of other creators do it, like posting videos of that. But yeah, like getting to experience it yourself for the first time is just a different kind of thing. What was that, 220 to 272 and it scored 222? That's fallow estimates. But was render glitch indeed fixed? Because I saw DD33 losing a mule deer because of it on Rancho. Okay. So the render glitch, I'm going to say air quotes fixed. The main render glitch is fixed. However, if you fast travel, you can still get the render glitch to happen. So like, if we were to drop this fallow here, we can run out of render, we can do whatever we want. As long as we don't fast travel, his body is going to stay in the same place. If we do fast travel and leave render though, there is a very real possibility the body disappears. Now I've been told if you like run a certain distance away or something like that, it'll come back, but I've not tried that, I can't confirm that, it's just something that I heard. I wonder if we are decent at this game. Not a fan of the fact that he turned, but it worked. Okay. I thought maybe those guys were far enough away that they wouldn't hear those shots, but I think we will encounter those deer in a moment. I'm wanting that guy to kind of walk up the hill or do something that we can get a shot at him. Why do people call you Flantro? You know, it's a pretty old nickname at this point. You'll see, and you probably have seen in live stream chats and places, Flinter, I guess, is just a really good name for autocorrect to just have a field day with. So you'll see everything from Glitter to Klinger to Glinted, I think was one earlier today. And just one of my friends, as a joke to kind of meme that autocorrect thing, just typed Flantro, and for some reason that stuck. That was, I don't know, 3-4 years ago? Still there, still a thing. Fishmaster call the ocean? That actually somehow fits better. I mean, the fisher, I guess, isn't the best. The fisherman? Oh, dearie me, what's up, Led? Go to level 9, red deer, and it was a troll. They are pretty notorious trolls ever since they got true racks. There's a particular rack shape that just trolls 100% of the time. It simply cannot make diamond. And it seems that the majority of level 9s tend to have that. What's the limit of tents and tripods for a map? I believe it's 16 tents, and then I think 32 tripods, but also you can do 32 tree stands, 32 ground blinds. I'm pretty sure all that can be on the same map. It's just, you know, you can have all different colors. There's, I think, 3 different, like, camo patterns for the tripods. Still, like, a total of 32 between them all. I don't even know where to begin to pronounce that acid, but it's true. No 200. I had a theory, though. I'm curious what you guys think about this. So, those of you that have been somewhat, or maybe, you know, seriously following, like, my quest to get a 200 whitetail, have probably heard me not complain, but maybe lament the fact that I've had a 200 and a lot of 190s while hunting with other people. And the thing is, like 98, 99% of my playtime is in single player, so to run into all these big whitetail while hunting with someone else seems like such low odds. But then I got to thinking, even the 190 that we killed recently was a multiplayer game. That was during the recurve competition, which can only be participated in multiplayer. Now, I doubt that there's anything to the idea that multiplayer gives you bigger whitetail, but I'm willing to try it. It does seem really odd to me that it's only when I'm in multiplayer that 190s show up, so maybe there's a little bit of validity to it. It's worth a shot, in my opinion. Speaking of worth a shot, I didn't even think we were going to hit that. Speaking of... what is happening? I think he slowed down the second time. Goodness. This is rough. I was so pleased with that shot that we hit, then we just missed 12 in a row. Take a few more steps. Get out from behind the burrow. It's either miss or drop shot. No in between. Awaroa is the map, indeed. Let's take the bigger one first. Actually, they were spaced out enough that they weren't going to spook, but I tend to go for the more difficult shot first in most scenarios, but when there's a good size one, I'll take that first. I'm new to the game a little bit. What would be the best map to grind on to help make the new player grind easier? This is a good one. Awaroa for new players is pretty useful. It's got a number of species that can be taken with the 243. Technically, all species except for turkey and European rabbits can be taken with the 243, but when it comes to, I would say red deer mainly, they're a little bit kind of big for that caliber, but fallow deer, chamois, feral goat, technically you can shoot turkey and European rabbit with it too, and then the Sika deer, all will be pretty decent game to take with the 243, and they're very easy to find. Yeah, I would definitely say Awaroa is a good one. What's up, bottom boy? Come for the drop shots, stay for the hillside, Houston. What's going on, man? Hope your Monday is going well. What's up, Brack? Great ones don't exist anymore? No? No longer a thing? Liver lung? Huh. Wouldn't have thought that was even a drop shot. Got a piebald fallow to spawn from a piebald fallow. Wait, you're saying you shot a piebald, went back to the same place, and another piebald spawned? Rare fallow do seem to be some of the... this is gonna sound dumb, but rarest rares in the game. So to get them back to back is pretty solid luck. Speaking of luck, my luck streak of bizarre shots going well has come to an end. It'll die anyway, and we can claim that it's about 10:46. I think we'll hit the top right lake, the spawner of big male 270 fallow next. Should have time to do that, and then I think we're going to reset, hunt Sika, maybe clear some pressure, and then get back to fallow again. On Awaroa right now? Nice. Hope you're having good luck there. Are mellow grizzly bears rare? They are. Both albino and melanistic grizzly are pretty rare. I don't know which is more rare. I think albino might actually be less common, but I can't say that for certain. Where were... are they over here further? Doesn't look like it. Am I blind? That's reasonably likely. But typing in chat and everything. Corpse's nickname is catching all over the place. Corpse's nickname? Wait. I need info. I don't know what you're talking about. Killed a diamond strutting turkey? Honestly, I wish they would strut more, but getting to do that is one of the coolest things. I'm pretty sure I have one. I think I got it to work one time with a diamond, but it's tough. You gotta like set up the decoys and have everything go to plan. It's a pretty neat little thing. No puke lakes? I think I'm gonna run out of time. I'm not sure. Do you think I should go there instead? I might be able to make one, but I'm not sure I can make both by 11:30. I know you usually hunt till noon. I try to, at 11:30, reset back because they start to leave. Or at least the early zone ones start to leave. But my plan had been Fallow, Sika, and then Fallow for the other areas. So essentially Puke Lakes, Boomerang Lake, and the Lighthouse Run. Not sure I can get all those done in one, Fallow drink time, but I was going to try. Are Great Ones still a thing? They are still a thing, despite what maybe said to the contrary in chat. They are still a thing. I didn't have no decoys. Oh, it just started starting? I've seen them do it on Rancho. Was it a Merriam or a other one? Rio Grande turkey? My recollection of SRP is I think they would strut on their own like really, really rarely. I've seen it a decent amount though on Rancho, and then yeah, if you have decoys, they are more likely. Alright, gotcha, Kyla. I'll go top right, and then, yeah, we'll switch to Sika for a little while. I don't think we're gonna find many. Half of the goal for Sika hunting is trying to find where on Earth they are, but we'll do our best to hit all the good spots for everything. Is PC more up to date than console? At the moment, it is. It does tend to kind of trend that way, where PC is more consistently updated than console. It's unfortunate they don't intend to do that. They've said it themselves that they don't try to do that, but it does kind of just happen. I think Rascal deserves a treat. He's done well, even though he's pushing us around like a little meanie. What PC do you use? I think it's in the description. I'm not sure. If it's not, a Alienware Aurora. The important stuff is, I've got a 1080 Ti, 11GB graphics card, and a i7 8700K processor. Coolest thing Kyla's killed in real life. Time. Boy. That's something. I don't know if I like it or not. Do you think this is a 230? I think it has a chance of being a 230. That would be neat. 230s Fallow do not come along often. Got a bunch of them. Nothing really special. Any over here? Small males. Alright, we're gonna have a field day trying to kill all these. We'll do our best. Okay. One that we have to get, wherever that was, is Mr. Wonky level 4. Sonic, thanks for the super chat again, by the way. Your vids are awesome. Keep it up. I will definitely do my best. Thank you so much, man. Favorite map? Definitely Leighton Lakes for me. Okay. Got that. If that's a 230, I'm going to mount it and put it in one of the other lodges. Now we need to try to smoke back-to-back small males. I don't know. We got lungs and, yeah, 2 lung shots. Cool. Go ahead and reload. Are the fallow deer rares broken? I don't think so. 240p. Oh dear. The highest of high quality. That might just be spread out enough. Let's see. That's a lung shot. That guy's chilling. That one should stay when we shoot this one. What map are you on right now? We're on Awaroa. I thought that was in the title. Might not be. Hard shot, nice. Think we got another hard shot, and then was there not a 4th one over on that side? Might have let one get away. I don't know. When we go over there to claim them, they might be back as well. And then there was one small lad back on this side. See if we can just complete a heart shot trifecta. What's up, Johnny? I saw your kill total, by the way. You're getting pretty darn close to what I'm at. All those mountain lions and stuff, I guess, doing such things, but what am I at now? 35-7? What was yours? 32, 250? It's not a big difference when it gets to that high of a number. Ah, thank you, Paradude. I have re-arriving. That sounds like one of those random ingredients in like everything, but you don't know what it actually is. What am I actually thinking of? Riboflavin, I think it's called. People don't read stream titles? Fair enough. It's all about the thumbnail. Grinding for a super rare Fallow? I would love a super rare Fallow. If I got one though, I'd have to reconsider the multi-mount. Like, I'm not sure what I'd even do with that. It would be pretty neat. 32,249. That is a lot of kills, man. Does the dog spook animals for you a lot? Almost never. The only animals that my dogs tend to spook are rabbits that flee and then stop right in front of me. Because, like, you can see now, Rascal's running just ahead of us. And he does tend to spook them. Look how wide this guy is. How are you only at 222? Be bigger. I think maybe if he was even. Because this side flares out a little more than this side. He could be at 230, but no such luck. Sonic, thank you again, by the way. I'd love to talk to you one day about hunting. For the sake of putting it out there, I guess. I am definitely more active in like text chats and stuff, but we do have the IRL hunting chat and stuff in Discord. If you got like a specific thing you're trying to talk about or ask about, feel free to type it in there. Does the game still crash less in single player? I haven't played enough multiplayer to even have a proper answer to that, unfortunately. It's been fine in single player for me. Last time that I played much Rancho in multiplayer, I was crashing, but I'm not sure if that's multiplayer or Rancho being the issue. By the way, what just happened there was, I've mentioned it many times, but when you spawn at a tent, animals within about 200 meters of that tent won't be visible until you get beyond 200 meters from where they are. So those ones we got to just kind of run a bit and look back and shoot that one. So dumb, Fallow don't go to 230s to 240s often. It's kind of like Blacktail in the Hunter Classic. There's a couple of species where they just didn't design a rack that scores in that range. And then you just kind of have that weird gap in the scoring. I'm not a fan of it. Almost every species, you know, has consistent scores around all possible values, but that's a big offender of the lack of big males in that range. I do remember you, Waylon. Oh yeah, that was the screenshot game. That was a interesting time. Look at all these males. There's 3 more over there. We can't even shoot them. Well, alright, I'm gonna defer to Kyler's advice here. Do I shoot these and delete the zone or not? Because I think I can kill all 3. In the meantime, I shall get closer. Oh my god, Fallow. I'm curious, what was your first deer? Mine was an Axis doe. First deer in real life or in game? I'm guessing you mean in real life, and if so, a little 5-point whitetail buck. List of best to worst maps. There's so many maps in the game now. My personal list would be, let me open the thing so I don't miss any. I would go Layton, Rancho, Vurhonga, SRP, I think Yukon, then Parquet, then Medved, then Quattro. I missed Tay though. Put Tay above Parquet. You can delete the zone, but do not have them cluster up like yours. As long as it's here, it should be fine, right? Alright. The professional has spoken. Fallow gonna die today. Ooh. Yikes. Shot too high on the second one. Shouldn't have such drugs. Actually, the third shot was good. The second one was a vertebrae hit, so it's going to kill him. I can actually see him sprinting across. Yeah, he'll go down any second. Good enough. Black Jacket, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Have a nice day and enjoy your hunt. Thank you, man. Hope you're having a good Monday, by the way. The heck is a red sheep? Lucky to tell. Hey, Jacob, good to see you, man. I'll be back. I'm trying to join the Discord. No worries, man. So what do we have, like 5 to claim over here? It's nice and pink. The fact that we were in the tripod, we shot so many fallow and cleared literally all the pressure on the map. The only hunting pressure left is at this lake. That's kind of absurd. If that doesn't tell you how good a lake this is for fallow, because we've only shot bucks, I don't know what else will. First time tuning into your stream, welcome, Daryl. Hope you enjoy your time here. I'm uncultured, so I don't like Hirsch. My issue with Hirsch basically stems from my lack of patience when it comes to not seeing animals for a long period of time. Like, I'm perfectly happy to not shoot animals for a long period of time. Like, I'll go in multiplayer, sometimes hours between kills and videos, but I'm spotting stuff. Sometimes on Hirsch, like, it'll take me like 20 minutes to go from one animal to the next, and I don't feel like doing that too much. I've seen a bunch of this, by the way. Like 75.75. I just shot one, I think it was 88.88. Kind of interesting. If I remember, it's like a mouflon, but instead of curling all the way around, it goes back more, then curls in more wide like a mouflon. It didn't make enough sense to me, but then again, I have small brain disease, so might just not be smart enough to understand what you're saying. Do you ever have the sound bug problem or know how to fix it? What is the sound bug that you're referring to? If it's the one where for some reason all audio cuts out, I had it on Medbed recently and was not a fan. It's only 11:40. Maybe we'll hit the boomerang lake quick before we go shoot Sika. That'll just save us a little bit of time for our second fallow run in like what, 45-50 minutes? Yeah, that works, Lucky, that works. Make both of our lives easier. When is the Savanna stream? So right now, Vurhonga is one of the maps that has a number of issues, including what I've been told is some pretty bad lag. I don't really want to try to stream a super laggy map. I just think that would be annoying to watch, annoying to hunt as well. Just, I want to wait for that to be fixed. Now, who knows when it's going to be fixed, and if it's not fixed in like the next update, I might just hunt it and deal with it. But one of the things that EW said on their live stream like 3-ish weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, somebody asked about like a fix for some of the issues that Rancho has, and I think they said maybe it would be the same day as the console release of the map, and that kind of makes sense. They'd be fixing that same stuff for the console release, so maybe, just maybe, it's not too far off. Recurve bow or compound in the game? As for like which I would prefer, I don't care for the recurve too much in this game. I like it better in classic, so I'd go compound bow. Sounds like a normal day in console Vurhonga. I guess there's crashes and sound issues and stuff on that map as well. I don't know if there's fast traveling issues, but yeah. Vurhonga is known, especially near high grass, for less than stellar frame rates. The one where all the sound cuts out, I have it on Vurhonga. If you're on PC, I think that's just an issue that's kind of come along with the Rancho update. Now, as far as fixing it, you can restart your game every time you get it, but that's not super practical. That's the only way I've seen to fix it. Have you had animals despawning when you shoot them? I think what you're referring to is what a lot of people call the render glitch. Basically, if you shoot an animal that then leaves your render, which is about 400 meters. So, let's say, is there like a fallow around here that I can make an example of? I don't know what he's doing right there, but anyway. if we were to shoot this guy, and then if he ran like 300 meters and got to the point that he was basically no longer visible in the game, like he ran far enough that the game is no longer showing him, on console, since that's not been fixed, the body will disappear, yeah. On PC, it has been fixed as long as you don't fast travel. Later, Fallow. Anybody know of a good Rancho hotspot guide? I would look at All the Above's channel. He's got hotspot guides for every species on that map, and I can tell you from experience they are quite effective. When Rancho was in the creator early access period, I was basically getting ready to go spend a week in Georgia, so I had like 3 days to make a week's worth of videos, and the reason that we had as many trophies in those videos as we did was largely due to All the Above's work and him sharing the hotspot guides with me, so yeah, they're really good. Where are you shooting the fallow at? Pretty much all over, but if you were to just follow this borderline down, and then I guess just take the road, anything east of that, any water east of that between 9 and 12 essentially during fallow drink time, there's a pretty good chance fallow are going to be drinking at it. Good turkey spots on SRP. The Sun Sisters Lake is pretty good. What the heck is the name of that place? Barwallow Basin, I think? Something like that. Where is this deer? Don't mind me. And then, if I can think of the name, I don't know it. It's in, like, generally all the lakes and the plains have turkeys around them, but there's one that I'm trying to think of, and I don't think I know the name of the place anymore, so might just have to go with generally the plains area. Not doing too badly. Looks like that is about everything, so we'll go and claim them, and then we'll go and hunt for Sika deer for a little while. Thanks for posting All the Above's channel, by the way, Kyla. If you guys want to check that out as I was mentioning it, that link will get you there. I guess not, mistress. It's rough out there. Smoked them. Fallow are a satisfying species to hunt. They're the right size where, like, you don't get it with Sika deer. They're 75 kg and you can shoot them with class 4 weapons for some reason. But fallow deer are big enough that making those drop shots still feels satisfying. Small enough, though, that you can consistently actually make the shots. Apparently there was a fairly thick boyo around here, but I don't know, I don't see him. Last time I did this, it was the exact same place and everything. It turned out to be a max weight 3, so not trying to play that game again. It do be drugs out here. It's the way it goes. What do you do? Okay. As the fallow queen herself might say, 9:12 is the best time, and actually Sika deer have the same drink time, so despite the fact that we're not actually chasing fallow for this particular run, still going to 9:12. And let's spawn here and go along that way to give the Sika deer time to get into their zones. An iron fist will rust. Wait, I don't know what that means. That sounds like some kind of wise words, but I don't understand it. Rhett, thanks for becoming a channel member, by the way. Oh dear. What just happened? It looked like we fell through the ocean, but then it just spawned us here like nothing happened at all. Alright, anyway. Yeah. Don't mind me getting completely thrown off by that. Kyla has the link in chat there to the Discord, so if you're not in that already, make sure you join that and link up your YouTube to get the member role over there. Take advantage of the good stuff that comes along with that, and enjoy the green name and emojis in chat, man. I do appreciate you. First stream I've been to from you, well, welcome, man. Hope you enjoy your time here. Thank you for your goose scout on Hirschfelden. I got my first diamond. Good, man. I'm glad. Geese are an interesting one. I think once you figure them out, it's pretty straightforward, but it's not super well explained, I feel like. when you buy the equipment and stuff, it's not like it tells you exactly what to do, so... Oh no, Kyla, I hope it's not in the car, though. That'll be no good. That's what I did, by the way. I forgot to tell you that, but I bought my Red Bull and left it in the truck, and it was a toasty drink. It's not what I had planned. You had a knock as soon as you turned your back? Like in-game, quite literally? What would be the best call to use on Awaroa? So the red deer caller will call in both Sika deer and red deer. Why, you might ask? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know why they made it that way. But, yeah, since that calls two species, I guess that one? Oh. I see, Kyla. Sounds like nap time to me. Later, beastie. Been grinding Fallow for a while, but I can't get a diamond. What should I do? Have you seen the Fallow guide that Kyla made? It's on this channel here. Released, what? About a month ago? Almost exactly a month ago, I would say. If you haven't seen that, that may help you out a little bit. Scarecrow had a great stream yesterday, and now Flinter today. All the streams in the community these days, it's kind of cool to see, actually. When I first got started streaming, and really when I say got started streaming, I mean Jaxie was basically streaming for me. So, for those of you maybe unaware what the heck that means, I did not have the internet's capacity to live stream when I lived with my parents. So, I would join a Discord call with Jaxie, and he would stream to my channel, but then I would address the chat and stuff, so you guys were seeing his perspective. But anyway, this would be back in late 2017, all the way through kind of like mid 2018. There weren't many streams, like, I feel like about one a day in the entire Call of the Wild community from like the main streamers. I'm sure there were people that were streaming it daily back then too, but now, how many like daily Call of the Wild streamers are there on Twitch and YouTube? There's a bunch. It's really cool to see like how that niche has grown. There's the Fallow guide link. Check it out. Kyla did a great job on that. Do you watch the 100DD33 on occasion? I don't definitely get to keep up with all of his content, but I saw his great one live. I got to see him shooting his new Hoyt RX4 recently. Cool stuff. I'm wondering what map should I buy for bow hunting? SRP is a good one. Because animals are active throughout the entire day feeding, it's a little easier to bow hunt. Now, the thing about bow hunting during drink times, the animals are out and active. You know, that's normal. I usually recommend hunting any species during its drink time. But calling an animal around a body of water can be very difficult, because if you think about it, like let's say we're here and the animal we want is up here, they gotta end up going one of these directions, and there's a decent chance they end up like downwind from you, and you don't want that. Whereas in the feed time, there's no water you gotta work around. It's just like a direct line you can set up and call them in. So yeah, Silver Ridge Peaks might be a good option there. Plus, very callable species: elk, mule deer, turkey, I guess. Pronghorn and bison can't be called, but can always spot and stock such things. Wendy, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Really do appreciate the support. DD33, aka the Holy Whisperer. When you say it like that, though, imagine, like, either making an incredible shot or spotting a great one or whatever, and then just holy, and then that's it. The Holy Whisperer. There's some Sika deer. Ooh. First good size Sika deer I've had in quite some time. Hey, tall boy. How long is that slow mode? Yeah, I was supposed to fix that. I think I can fix that. Hold on. It should be down to probably like 20 seconds now. It's currently 45. Let me make a couple of shots here. Or attempt to. Nice. And then got a tent there. Let's make sure there's none right by it, then we'll go over there. Finally got my first million in the bank. Nice. That's always a cool feeling. Are those all Sika deer? Ah, lame. Heard a doze. I thought we had something. I think that might be a buck. Nice little level 3. It's good to see bucks again, even if it is in small numbers. The more bucks we have, the better odds one of them turns out to be an albino. None right there by the tent location. Let's go over there. And I'll also see if I can fix this slow mode thing. I don't even know if you can do it midstream, but I'm about to try to find out. Where do I even do it? It's from like the live page, I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Hi. How you doing? Okay. I think there's a settings somewhere. Where's settings? I'm not quite sure. I'll find it. Is it edit? Customization? Slow mode. 20. See if this works. I don't know if it... Oh, wait. I think it's trying to do that in a different stream. I might have to do it afterwards. I don't know if I can open up the settings for the current stream, but I tried anyway. Oh. Couple more bucks. Nice. 24-hour stream at 300k, and we're not too far off that. I don't know exactly where we are, but right around 270 if we haven't hit that since I last looked. Let's use the tripod for the sake of making good shots here. Yesterday I shot a diamond Bathides Ibex, and today I shot a diamond Southeastern. Nice, man. If you don't have the other two, you're already halfway to the Grand Slam multi-mount. I mean, we just shot 5 Sika bucks. It's better than we've done in a long time. 269. Thanks, James. Andrew, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you, man. Hey, Flint and Kyle, I hope you're both doing well. Have a good hunt. Thank you, man. We're doing alright so far. I'm sure such well wishes will only increase the odds of big males showing up. I know it, Kyla. That's why I'm afraid of doing another one, to be honest. 300k for Christmas? Yeah, it's about that. It's so hard to judge because it's never linear. Around October, whether it's people searching for actual hunting content, because that's, you know, when hunting is ramping up in real life, or whether it's like Christmas stuff happening or starting to happen, I don't know exactly what triggers it, but it's around then. Everything starts to increase, and then of course, EW likes to release a new map around like December, so that helps as well. So at the end of the year, we'll have like a pretty big boost. It might just happen. Lucky's addicted to Classic and doesn't even have a 200. It's alright, I don't either. Bet, Kyla. Just messed up a level 4 guaranteed diamond moose. It happens. They're big animals. It can be so easy to mess up those kind of shots. What's up, CG? What map do you think is easier to get the Great One, Rancho, or Layton? I like that Rancho del Rio. Somehow I like that better than the actual name of the place. Rancho's easier. 100% Rancho's easier. It's just got more huntable lakes. There's more deer at those lakes. And there's less total volume of water, I think, that you have to cover. Or total land, even, that you have to run across. I think that makes a big difference. Says it will in 4 times as many hours. Listen. Okay. I didn't ask to be attacked by Sika deer. Favorite country music singer? I think at the moment, at least, Luke Combs. Bryce, thank you for the super chat, man. Get my 3rd, I assume, Diamond Links with a bow. And when does Rancho come out for console? We don't know, unfortunately, the Rancho release date. Are you saying you've shot 3 Diamond Links with a bow, or are you saying your 3rd Diamond Links ever was shot with a bow? Either way, that's a really cool thing that I've never done. Might have to try such things. Why do you look up when claiming? To be honest, it's primarily out of habit now. I'm gonna do a video basically... Okay, that red deer looked kind of big. Basically addressing like frequently asked questions, and that's going to be one of them. So I'll try to do a comparison, but the basic idea is, instead of like half the animal's dead body and grass and, you know, limbs and who knows what's laying on the ground, when you look up in the sky, you just get that nice either white from the clouds or, you know, light blue, dark blue if it's later at night. It's just a nice background for the kill screen. And back when I used to use the kill screens for thumbnail images, that was a must for getting like a good clean cutout of that. Now I use the trophy lodge, so I really don't need to do it, but I'd continue to do it anyway. What, Lucky? I've played for like 1.5 to 2 hours and almost at 1,000. 1.5 to 2 years? How do you say, is it just John Party? Is it Pardee? I don't know where the accent goes, but I was driving home from my parents today, which was a very short drive, but I just put the radio on to listen to something, and both stations that I happened to tune into were playing songs by him, so go figure, of all days. Oi! You silly boy. How about you stay there? I'm gonna go over here and try this again. Little weirdo, standing there staring at me like that. You know what? There's a reason that I chose to shoot the one on the left first. The one on the right was a little bit higher up, and therefore we can kind of use the momentum of the recoil to land our crosshairs in the right spot for the second shot, so making use of that. Big male dog probs. Just call him, I almost said Acid. Atlas. Acid is just as annoying. I hope he's here. Dog was kind of a waste. I don't want to grind him to level 30. It's not difficult to do if you just have him track everything. If you really just want to grind to level 30, I think you can do it in like 3 days if you have a decent amount of time on your hands. Like, fallow deer, those species where you can kill, you know, 20, 30 per hour, you can really level your dog up quick, but with Rascal, I've kind of just been having him track on occasion. I'm not worried about trying to level him up super fast, just whenever we can. Oh, hi, Acid. Where's the best places for red deer on Hirschfelden? I don't know Hirschfelden that well. The best I can tell you is like the west side of the map. Atlas is the worst for ever having me cussing. I enjoy being on the phone with you, and you're just going about your business, hunting fallow, and next thing you know, Atlas is getting chewed out for doing something wrong. Later, Rare. We'll hopefully catch you in the next stream. You know, to be honest, it's been so long since I've really hunted Sika, I don't remember what route I'm supposed to be running or anything. I'm kind of just winging this, but it's kind of working, so I'm not going to complain. Cannot save up my money. Are you taxidermizing too many animals? I've had that issue in the past. I can't really tell what it is at Crowscare, but if it's a 160 whitetail, then I would say if I could see it, I would certainly like it. Later, Lucky. Do you have performance issues on Vurhonga Desert as well? I have not touched it since the update because I've been told there were performance issues. I'm assuming that I would have them, but I can't say for certain. I finally got to watch your stream. Football practice lasts so long. Yeah, it's that's when you got all the different phases, all the different position groups. It takes quite some time, and I'm glad you can make it. We still got an hour to go here. A 12 point. Perfect. I need to kill a 12 point at some point in my life. If I don't, I'll die a failure. Just saying. What are some tips for diamonds? I played for 2 years. No diamonds. I would say hunt around water, and if you're playing in single player, shoot every male of whatever species you're trying to get a diamond of, or if you don't care which, shoot all your males of all your species. I almost said shoot a diamond. That's a great tip for killing diamonds. Shoot a diamond. What's up, Eric? Thank you for the super chat, man. what would you change about Hirschfelden and Medved to make them better? Okay. First step to making Hirschfelden better is, I think, just some kind of more active small game. So geese are great, but when you compare them to ducks that Leighton has, they're not as huntable, because unless you're actively hunting them, really sitting in your blind with decoys and stuff, you can't shoot them, you can't spot them, they're not broken from their flock. And then the rabbits, once again, you gotta be kind of actively hunting them, or at least at the right time when they are out of their burrows. Otherwise, you're just not gonna see them. Whereas the white-tailed jackrabbits over on Leighton are just out all the time. So, pheasants, I said die of failure, not die of failure. There's a difference there. Anyway, I guess both are dramatic. Die of failure. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so like pheasant on Hirsch I think would be a good step. Maybe, I don't know, what else fits on a map like that? I don't know like German game species well enough, but if there is some other kind of species that could fit, that might help. And then Medved, I think it's as much a species issue as a there's not a lot of great times to hunt Medved kind of issue. What I mean is, after 1300, you kind of have nothing happening until late in the evening on Medved. So if they sort of changed it up, maybe made it to where muskie drink in that 1300 to 1700 window, which would work, roe deer do on Hirschfelden for instance, then you have something to hunt pretty much throughout the entire day. Because musk deer's current drink window is the same as brown bear, so brown bear would still be there to fill that early morning slot. I think that, and then if they added like Arctic wolves, Arctic fox, anything like that, would be fun. I know it, Kyla. It's fine. I have an idea for a video. Is it to print diamonds? Should do another hunt with TW. Am I dumb? What's TW? Used to be the abbreviation for the titanium white colored items in Rocket League. I don't think that's what you're referring to. Should do a whitetail grind again. When they fix the fur type issue, I intend to do one. For those of you unaware, essentially, all rare whitetail and coyotes in the trophy lodge right now are displaying as common. Now, that's supposed to be fixed, but kills post rancho, like any whitetail that we've shot. So any common, any rare, their fur type could change. So we might... Did we shoot any? Yeah. They don't have to be on rancho, they just have to be shot since rancho. We have a number of diamond coyotes. We just shot the piebald whitetail buck on Leighton a couple of weeks ago. Their fur types could change, and what I don't want to have happen is like we kill a, I don't know, a melanistic, or, you know, of all odds, a rare gray one, or something just incredibly hard to find, and then that fix comes along and changes their fur type back to common. That would crush a lot of my motivation for this game, so I'm just waiting till that's basically a non-issue. But TK, that makes more sense. Yeah, might get to do such things, we'll see. Oh. Just go to troll, level 5 melanistic plains bison. Those are the worst. Like, I swear, bison, predator species. Ooh, hello there. We're gonna track this only because it's my favorite fur type for them, and it is max weight. Go and see if we can discover this fella. Anyway, to go back to the point of the diamonds that you can't see what they're gonna score or have no idea. Like, you can't look at a puma and have any clue whether it's gonna score, you know, below diamond or like a huge diamond. Whereas with whitetail, you can. You can, like our diamond that we shot on Twitch a couple of weeks ago. Immediately we saw that and knew it was a big diamond. It's so, you get your hopes up, you see that level 5 on those species where you can't tell, and then it's just soul crushing when they do that. fact that we even found the next track is a bit of a miracle, but I'm not going to complain. Why is it so hard to find polar bear droppings? They freeze and then disappear. How do I remove admins? What do you mean? Nice, Frostbite. We're kind of going in a straight line right now. I have a pretty good idea of where this is going to be. If he's going this way, probably right down around here. The only thing is, animals in that area, I've had them go out of the reserve border quite a number of times. And specifically max weight estimate feral pigs in multiplayer, I've lost a bunch due to that. So at the very least we gotta spot this guy. I'd love if he was a diamond brown. It's the one fur type that we got in the creator early access to Awaroa. We shot a diamond brown feral pig. I really like the look of them, but naturally, okay, I thought that was our pig for a second. Naturally in the live game, we've only had brown hybrid and, what is it called, dark brown? Try to turn my light back off here. Struggling. How's your day going? Not too bad. Been a productive day. Busy, but that's a good thing. I don't know where these Sika deer were hiding, but, you know, respawns are respawns. No wonder I'm never killing any, though, if they're hiding that well. What is the highest scoring animal you have killed? So back in the day on the old scoring system, there was a pretty, you know, obvious way of determining what your best kill was, because the scoring system was standardized. Without that, I mean, we have a number of max score kills. Technically, the highest trophy rating of a max score kill would be a diamond gemsbuck at 358. We have like 3 of those now. My biggest, in terms of like the size of the animal, we have a max score plains bison, 245.5. M1 is fantastic, Kyla. One of the best weapons in the game, if not the best. Depends on your purpose, I guess. What are the rare feral pig fur types? Albino's the only one. Now, on occasion, you'll get pink or black spotted male feral pigs. That's kind of like a uncommon bordering on rare. But the only proper rare is albino, and they look amazing. I'd love to do an albino feral pig grind, but they're not a lot of fun to grind, and quite honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I can be asked to rare. I don't think it would be a quick grind at all. Where is our next track? You know, I hope they fix it in whatever the next update is. The lack of particle effect really can slow... What was that? Did that happen? Did you guys get a black screen on the stream there for a second? There was like a little ding sound. I don't know if it was the preview or my entire monitor that shut off for a second. I have absolutely no idea. That was kind of weird. It got turned around and everything. What direction am I trying to go in? Weird. What was your highest scoring new system diamond moose? A 300.6, I think. Pretty sure. Laggy says Crowscare. I don't even know what I got going on. Might be on my end. It lagged? You heard it. Stream clipped off a bit of my end. What would that sound have been? Stream is glitchy? It sure sounded glitchy to me. That kind of freaked me out. I've never heard that sound before, ever. Johnny heard it. Cutting in and out. Is it still? I hope it's not continuing to do that. That would be alarming. Just joined the stream. What did I miss? A bunch of pretty average size fallow deer and Sika deer. We're currently tracking a max weight estimate feral pig. It's my favorite fur type for them, so I gotta give it a look, but we're kind of at a dead end here. Stream strugs, indeed. I used my lord just before you stopped and asked what was that? Oh, perfect timing. There's a pig track here, which leads me to believe the one that we're following probably is with it, but I don't know where it went. Still is for you. Michael says, seems fine. Hope all's well. I mean, I haven't dropped any frames or anything, which really makes me question what that was. I still see individual pig tracks, just not the one that we're following, so hopefully if we keep this up, it'll sort of appear. Try to refresh. Hopefully that does it. That's such an odd thing. I don't even know what that was. Freaks me out there was a little sound effect with it, though. Being monitored by the big male police. Okay, seriously, where has our track gone? We've made it so far. It'd be such a bummer to lose him. See, this is where I would think he would feed. This feed zone is in all likelihood from feral pigs. Looks to be the case, I just don't see any blue tracks. Well, might be out of luck on that one. The good news is we've gone to a place where Sika deer could be drinking, so I guess we'll sort of just take the good with the bad, and well, I'd like to kill a Sika deer while we're down here. Probably up around this end there'll be one. Gremlins, it was the Sasquatch? Time for a new PC, you say? Don't say things you don't mean. Just saying. It's super glitchy. Oh dear. Every time I shoot an ice bucks, the rack glitches into the ground and makes me mad. Yeah. I know they kind of changed it to where the antlers don't glitch to the ground as much, but it still definitely isn't a foolproof thing. There's nicer screenshots now than there's ever been, but it's still far from perfect. What is the best map on average? Depends on what you mean. I think Vurhonga tends to have a pretty good ratio of total number of animals you'll see, number of diamonds, number of rares, but not overly so. Because I would almost say, like, Parquet for some time with the Axis deer, there were too many rares, and I think that's a bad thing. What is the best bow? Objectively, I think it is the Hawk Edge CB70. I'm pretty sure it's got the most power. I've been shooting ducks out of the air with it recently, so it's quite accurate as well. Refresh, fixed it. Good, good, good. I want to go back and watch that again. It seemed like a quiet sound, but it was loud in my ear, which leads me to believe my computer made that sound, which is really freaky. I don't know. Odd stuff. How do you get the drilling rifle? It is in a weapon pack baseball star. Weapon pack 2, I believe. Most densely populated map. That might be Vurhonga as well. I imagine they're all pretty similar. It kind of just depends on the species you're hunting. If you hunt, like, lions, you might think there's not that many animals on Vurhonga, but if you hunt wildebeest, you're going to run into herds of 30, and I think you'd get the impression there are a lot more. You know, despite the fact that we spend a bunch of time tracking a phantom pig. Oh, you know what? I just saw it. It restarted the stream. Maybe that's what that ding was. But it did. It started a new thing, so there's probably going to be 2 VODs for this one. That's annoying. Anyway, yeah, I think we still have time to check all of the Sika deer areas that I wanted to check. There's like a bell. So, because Streamlabs restarted the stream on me, I can't see if I got any notifications. Oh yeah. 6 minutes ago, stream is disconnected, attempting to reconnect. So I bet that was Streamlabs being like, oi, you broke your stream. That might have been all it was. I'm surprised refreshing fixed it. Who knows? Do different maps have different amounts of population? I'm sure they do, but I imagine everything is quite close. I would say there's a chance that maps that have a lot of like solo animals may have a lower total population than a map like, say, Vurhonga that's got huge herds of wildebeest, of springbuck, of kudu, of Cape buffalo. You're just going to get a ton of animals in small areas, and I think that's bound to increase like the overall population, but I really don't know. They might all be intentionally exactly the same. How's Rascal these days? He's doing alright. Yeah, he's content over there. Accidentally making him stay, it's fine. Currently chilling at level 20, which means... Oh, we've unlocked 2 traits. I wanted to give him the Howl one. And as we claim our huge male Sika deer, get back down this way. Do we want close or Poopdar? Your dog has a higher chance to find fresh drop. I'm not even on the right one. Sharp or Spotted? I've never had Spotted do any good for me. I'm gonna see what Sharp does. We'll give him that. I see. Whoa. A big male red stag party? Look at all these. Wow. Okay. Some big males, some not so much. I think that's the one the warning called. Sometimes the little indicator's a bit off. Excuse you. Regular OBS for the win? Might have to go back to such things. I like Streamlabs OBS though. It's a lot of stuff is just set up really nicely for live streams, but there are things with the original just seem to do better. I did a number of streams for G-Man back in the day, and I think only once ever did I have an issue with the original OBS with any of my streams, and I'm pretty sure the internet just died that day. Shocked that wasn't a drop shot, but he's not going far. Because Sika deer are a little smaller than red deer, I'd like to just kind of slowly scan the shoreline with the scope. The nice thing about PC, which those of you that are on console may not know this is a thing, on PC you can just hold the spot button, which is not a thing on console, you can't do that. But even if I don't necessarily see the animal, by holding down that spot key, E, sometimes it just spots something I had no idea was there. This might be the saddest spawn at this place I've ever seen. In that case, is that 7 around here? Yeah. I think we'll try to pop that. I wanted to get to 3, but he just had him behind a tree. They're all big males at heart. No judgment. All big males. Is server hopping a good way to get diamonds? It is. What does Howl do? It's mostly just like a, I almost want to call it a cosmetic thing. How do you do this? The neat thing about it is if I'm in multiplayer and someone else is next to me with their bloodhound and I make Rascal howl, their bloodhounds will also howl. So they don't have to have it. Like, they don't have to have that, that trait. It makes, I don't know if it's all the ones in the multiplayer server or just all the ones that are close by also howl. So it's pretty neat. 7mm Regent Magnum? What about it? I've seen you repeat that a couple of times, Mistress, and I'm not really sure what to make of it. What's your biggest buck? In real life, the 9-point that I shot in 2019 in a YouTube video. Why is the M1 better than any other gun? It's essentially a combo of the speed at which you can fire, or maybe we should just call that the fire rate, the knockdown power it has, and the amount of animal classes that it covers. What woke you up, Kyler? The howl or what? Might have missed something. What are all these things? Excuse me. Oh. Alright, carry on. Not the Sika deer I was hoping to see. Goodness. The Sika deer I was hoping to see would be bigger than that, though, I gotta say. More red deer at this lake than I've had in quite some time, but pretty much all average-sized ones. I know it, mistress. I just thought it was entertaining. Eating ramen while watching this in rainy weather sounds like a good way to spend a Monday afternoon. Or evening, or morning. Time zones exist. Who knows where you're watching from? I'm sure you know, but I don't. If you don't know, contact a professional. Someone asking what gun I'm using. It is the M1. What did that say? Someone asked about impact. Now I have lost it. How much impact does the accuracy stat have? Little to none. I don't think it matters at all. I'm guessing maybe like at 300 meters, a lower accuracy stat weapon maybe is going to be off by a little bit. I don't think it's enough to miss like a lung shot. Let's say if you're aimed dead on for center of the lungs. It could be enough maybe that you miss a heart shot if you went for it at that range, but with some of the least accurate weapons, I've been able to make, heart shots, brain shots out to like even 400 meters sometimes. I don't even worry about them. I honestly feel sometimes the 303 brings them down faster than the M1. The 303 is more powerful than the M1. It's the M1 being semi-automatic that, at least in my opinion, pushes it above the 303 in the rankings. The rankings that are floating around in my head. They're very similar in power. I compared it in the early access period for this map, though. I think at like 300 meters, the M1 got 50-something% quick kill on a red deer, and the 303 got 80-something%. Like, it was a pretty big difference. But quick kill doesn't really matter, and the amount of tracking between 80% and 50% is a couple of seconds of the animal running, so not much. What animal should I try to get as a diamond? I say Sika deer. They're a cool one. Get a diamond Sika. Oh boy, I'm talking 12. I like the 30-06. It's a good gun. I think I just took it for a hunt recently. Where did we take that? I remember using it. I don't know what for, but I like the sound of it. That's one of my favorite things about it, and we don't get to hear it that often. Real quick, let's see if we can smoke an extra one or two down here. For some reason, my 300 kills turkey faster than my 22. Yeah, I've found that ovens cook pizzas faster than hair dryers, but little known facts, I guess. Favorite albino you've shot? This may come as a surprise. I think it's probably the albino diamond moose we shot back in the day, and not the albino diamond whitetail that we shot on the Great One Grad. There's something extra special about like those big animals, your moose, bison, buffalo, those kinds of species, when they're just that stark white from being albino. It's such a cool thing, and I gotta say, the albino diamond moose being on medved, like this. Could you have a better environment than snow for this huge albino beast to be living in? Like, it was just, picturesque. If only I had it in the trophy lodge. What's up, Vex? I only just now realized I can read your name. You commented in at least one video, maybe several that I've seen and potentially answered, and I didn't realize I could actually make out those characters, so, don't mind me being 12 years behind. Seems as though the Sika deer have vacated the area. What gun should I use to get a diamond with? What would be a cool one? I mean, it depends on the species you find, but muzzleloader is always a cool one to kill diamonds with. I quite like trying to take diamonds with handguns as well. Alright, anyway, I think it's time we try Fallow again. So we're gonna go back to as the Fallow Whisper herself says 912. Nice, Bernard. Or Bernard, potentially. Depends on the pronunciation. Okay, so let's go and do the lighthouse run. The last thing we'll do is the people lakes. I like to make sure they get into their zones there. I got trolled by a coyote? When? I think I have. But I don't remember that happening. Or do you mean your name thing? I'm very confused. Please help. Shot my first piebald. Nice, Typhoon. How can I grind on SRP for bighorn? Boy, they are not a species I've ever even attempted to grind for. They drink early in the morning, but the thing is, not only do they share drink times with mountain lions, they share a large majority of drink zones with mountain lions. I mean, I guess that's what you have to do is hunt them in their drink time, but they're so often going to be fleeing from the mountain lions. Maybe you could try their feed zones. I wish I had better advice, but I don't know them well enough. Do you have a diamond red fox? I do. Killed one a couple of days before I went to Georgia. What, end of June? Must have been. Just spotted level 5 fallow. Nice, Jared. See if I can follow in such footsteps. Good luck on that shot, by the way. Suggestions on what to name my female kitten. So we had a female barn cat that we named Phil. It was around the time that Duck Dynasty was rather popular, and admittedly we were young and probably dumb enough to not realize it was a female cat at the time, so we sort of changed it to Phyllis, and it's kind of a good cat name, so I think you should come up with one of those random sort of person names but works for cat kind of name. Oi! Rascal's pushing me around. I don't get to see these European rabbits much. I don't even know where it is. Guess that one? Bunch of females. I've really not mastered the European rabbit respawn mechanics yet. I don't know if it's the same as everything else, but you might need to kill all the females to get them to respawn. Thicky biscuit, oh my. How often do you hunt in real life? I mean, in the spring and fall, like I hunt in the spring gobbler season, and then in the fall, basically from October through January, I'm hunting most days. When I get the opportunity, I would say as often as I can. Is that the thought process you're going to have when you have a kid? What? Name them after a Duck Dynasty character? Maybe. Is Silas a good name for a child? Just shot a whitetail that only had one antler? I wasn't aware that bug still existed. What's the most common, easiest diamond on Awaroa to get? Been trying to get one for a long time. Sika deer are pretty prevalent on this map. Feral goat, but they're also notorious trolls. Thicky biscuit it is, oh dear. Poor cat. Poor cat. I've literally made a room in the lodge for my trolls and the diamond mountain lion I shot in the vertebrae and messed up. I mean, a troll room's kind of a cool idea. I don't know why I never did such a thing. I think it's because trolls just annoy me and I don't tax them most of the time, but I kind of wish I would have done that. Next gun pack predictions? I don't even know. Like, I'm not sure what a logical direction for them to go in would be. Maybe some kind of, like, class 3 to 7 weapon to maybe rival the Mosin. Maybe like a class 1 and 2 weapon, like a 17 HMR. What else would they add in there? I have no idea. Maybe another class 9 weapon. 375, 416, something up in that area. Not happening. Silas is a good name, though. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think you'd like the name. No caps, you noobs. Caps are trash. Don't need caps. It just clutters up the chat. Don't need such things. Dad shot a doe with antlers last year? I wish the thing I shot was a doe with antlers. I thought it was just a straight up doe, but it was the tiniest. It was such a tiny buck that it was a legal doe. That's how pathetic the thing I shot was last year. Does Zac tactics still work? It does not. There is a variation of it that works now. To explain that, I don't know even like what setup you have to do with your skills and perks to get to it, but the problem with it is, and the reason that like nobody uses it, is you have to open the map on every track to see what the estimate is. So the old way was you'd pick up a footprint. I'm hoping there's going to be one right here. And for a fallow this size, instead of saying 65 to 82, it would probably say something like 75 to 82. I'm guessing he's around 75 kg. 76, close enough. And yeah, really you were only looking for a diamond fallow, and either it would say 95 or higher, like 95 to 100, 96 to 100, anything in that range. But for every single track you pick up, to have to open the map to even know what the weight estimate is, I just think that's worse. I didn't try to steal your diamond road here. I feel like I have to explain myself. So Kyla's been grinding quite dedicatedly. Is that a word? With much dedication, how's that? For a diamond road here on Quattro on Xbox, and I'll say reasonably often, whether it's fallow or red deer, wolves that we've been working on, I'll jump on Xbox and, you know, just shoot stuff for respawns. I don't really try to kill anything cool. I just, you know, mow down herds of stuff. Not really, I'm not a good shot. Sometimes I kill a thing. There were two roe deer standing in a perfect line. I thought I spotted them both. I didn't. Shot the first one, it got out of the way. I shot the second one, and immediately I was like, oh no. That one looks bigger. Please don't let it be a 3. It was a course of 3. Not only that, a guaranteed diamond. I just about messed it up. I was on the bottom pixel of the liver of all things, but at least I didn't mess up the diamond, I guess. Poor mistress, I must have missed something. The thing you shot would go in the Hall of Shame. I've never been. That was a weird day. I shouldn't have taken that shot to begin with. It wasn't too dark in the sense that it wasn't legal. There was still a couple of minutes of legal shooting light left, in fact. But I had already decided not to shoot. But then that deer stepped out, and I was like, I mean, 10 yards? I can make that shot, and I did. But it was a pretty steep angle shot, and immediately the arrow didn't penetrate as much as I wanted. So I was already afraid, like, okay, this shot was up high. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of blood to follow. It ran into a cornfield. It's pretty easy for a dead deer's body to be, you know, obstructed by corn, but there was blood everywhere. The blood trail was easy to follow. So after that roller coaster of emotions, like, I might have just really messed up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this thing. Blood trail was easy. We're going along. I'm all excited, and then walk up on this dude that's got these tiny little antlers. I was like, how does this happen? But they were so tiny it was legal. In PA, a legal antlerless deer is a deer with antlers, well, or no antlers, or antlers less than 3 inches. I think it was like, one of them was nothing basically, and one was like 2 1/4. Really narrow, pathetic little things. What's up, Dave? Do you prefer the old scoring system or the new one? I like the variety that the new one gives. 949 animals, 999 animals, you know, stuff that felt like it was just a one-off. You still get like 0.1 off on trophy ratings and stuff, but it just doesn't feel as terrible to me. Gonna go and watch Flinter's Great One video because I'm confused. I don't think I've been keeping up with this conversation enough. I accidentally messed up my diamond red deer. I hit him in the spine. Ooh. A 266, that's a big one too. It happens though. I've messed up a number of diamonds on stream. Recently what I've been doing is messing up what end up being troll diamonds that I don't expect to be troll diamonds. There were, I think, 2 level 3 whitetail that I messed up. Or no, 1 level 3 and 1 big 2 that I thought was going to make it. Both didn't make it, but then the actual diamond, for some reason on that stream, I did make the shot. My frenzied, I like that. My friend stole my albino gray wolf. I guess that's just kind of the trade-off of multiplayer. Sometimes you get stuff like that, or people, you know, following you, running around on ATVs. You certainly get some good stuff in multiplayer, but sometimes bad things happen as well. Ethan, I do. We have a couple of, like, kind of fringe shooter bugs. Nothing, you know, the Bladed 9 hasn't shown back up or anything like that, but, there's a few that I can't say I'd pass on the first day, and it's not like they're huge, but they're pretty good. What kind of broadhead slash bow do you shoot? I'm a Grim Reaper slash White Defiant guy. So, I shoot an Obsession. Last year I shot an Evolution 7. This year I'll be shooting their Nitro HC. They sponsor our YouTube channel. They sponsor Meat Hunters, so that is the reason that I use an Obsession bow, but I actually quite like them. I don't know for sure if Obsession were to be like, nah, you know, no more sponsorships for you. I don't know that I would switch. I do have a Hoyt RX3 from a couple of seasons ago that I like, but Obsessions are good bows. As for broadheads, I'm going to switch. I've been using Rage Mechanicals, and really I never should have been. I hug the shoulder too much when I shoot, and, you know, that's fine, but not for mechanical broadheads, so hopefully I should get to take my bow to the shop tomorrow. I need to actually get like a arrow rest and a sight and stuff put on it. I just got it. Whatever it was, like the metal shortage or whatever's been killing bow manufacturers kind of slowed them down, but I want to get that stuff put on and then hopefully, you know, sooner rather than later start trying to tune my fixed blade broadheads. I am now searching for a diamond ruined ibex. They're cool ones. I hope you can find one. They look good. Recently bought the game, and I've binged so much of your content this last week. Glad to catch a stream. Glad you can make it. Hope you're enjoying the content as well and enjoying the game. It's a good time to get into it with Rancho, either hopefully soon to release on console or already released if you're on PC. Number of feral pigs. I'm pretty sure there should be like 1 fallow, or multiple fallow perhaps, over in that area. We might not be close enough, but I know that I'll get heavy fallow tracks when I run this in the opposite direction, and I never see them, so I was hoping by going this way we might spot them, but I don't know where they are. What do you think is the most annoying thing in Call of the Wild? The most annoying thing. Trolls are high on that list. I think like the tracking glitches and stuff that you'll run into are quite annoying. I think that would be my number 1. Tracking glitches. Ah, see? Where's he at? How is there a max weight estimate fallow? Wait. Hold on. Where were you? You little invisible deer freak. How on earth? I don't understand. Are winter wolves rare or uncommon? Unfortunately uncommon. We have a pretty huge diamond winter wolf. I'd love for that to be a super rare. Sounds good, Jacob. It was cool to catch you in the chat again. Anyway, to go back on the winter wolves thing. We have a number of, like, sort of fringe super rares this year. We had a Piebald Diamond Axis, the Diamond Winter Wolf. I think there was something else. Oh, a Piebald Diamond Harlequin, which really doesn't count. A bunch that are, you know, not common diamonds, just not super rares either. What was your saddest troll? The fox on stream. Like, there's a couple of things that go into that, and one of them is hindsight. So here's the thing. I shot somewhere between 700 and 750 red fox trying to get a diamond, all in single player. Ultimately, the only level 9 that showed up in single player was a troll, and then I killed a diamond, but in multiplayer, so that means those 750 red fox, minus the fact that they got us a couple of tiny piebalds, really weren't worth anything. All that time spent to kill them, and then I just got one in multiplayer. I could have been doing something else, you know what I mean? So I think that makes it my saddest troll, because it would have validated all that time put in, and he trolled by like 0.05 too, which hurt even more. You remember the fox? I'm so glad that it didn't just kill my motivation. I went back out in multiplayer the next day, because boy, that was rough. What's up, Joe? Hunt's been alright, nothing real special. We did manage to find a number of Sika deer, which I was quite pleased about. Probably have shot 40-ish fallow. No big ones, no rare ones, but still got a couple of spots left to check. Favorite diamond? The piebald diamond whitetail we shot live on Twitch. Killing a super rare live, it's a different kind of vibe. It was really, really cool. Especially when this isn't meant to be a knock on anybody. Okay, let me go back a little bit in streaming history. Not long after Parquet's release, there was a night where I was just hunting in single player, and I found a legendary puma. And if I remember right, this was back with Zag Tactics. I had picked up its track, and I knew it was going to make diamond based on the weight. So I started up a stream to go and hunt that. And I'm sure other streamers, other creators, whatever, have done such things. Like, found a cool thing and then started a stream. But yeah, to find the piebald diamond whitetail live on stream and not like know it was there and then go kill it on stream, that made it extra special. Just that, legit reaction of disbelief. I was so glad that was caught on stream. What's an animal you really like but don't have? Albino Sika deer, albino feral pig, I almost said feral goat. What's another good one? Any rare rooster pheasant? We have all 3 variations of rare hen pheasants now. Melanistic bobcat probably, or melanistic lynx, both of them too. There's a number of them. What is your favorite map? Latent Lakes. I like all the antlers and antler species you can find over there. Speaking of antlers on Latent Lakes, there's a nice 4, by the way. I was running around... Did we hunt whitetail on Friday's Twitch stream? We did. So, Friday morning, in preparation for that stream, I ran some of the really annoying places to hunt and just, got those out of the way, made sure there wasn't like a great one or anything cool hiding there. And I found an antler collectible right near where you start when you first spawn on Latent Lakes, and I thought that was interesting. 4+ years that I've hunted Latent, and I never found that. I'm on SRP, and I swear on my life there are 10 black bear all eating in a herd. Are they feeding or are they drinking? Because they do that a lot in drink zones. They don't tend to congregate like that for feed zones. Does the game's meta change like other games, like best gun, etc.? If so, what's the best gun? I'd say the gun that we're using for Fallow right now is probably the best, the M1. It does change, but really only due to, better weapons being released via DLCs. So, for instance, the M1 is a DLC weapon. I'm thinking these Fallow, by the way, are ones that I get tracks of all the time, all these 82 hunters that I never kill. So maybe if we can get them, those respawns will help us out. Anyway, to go back on the meta thing, I think even the best style of hunting often changes. There was a long time where multiplayer was considered the way to get diamonds, then kind of strategies and methods of sort of grinding for diamonds got to be a little more fleshed out, and I think a lot more people do that than they used to. Now, I might still say that multiplayer is the best way to get diamonds, but I wouldn't say it's the only way where I almost had that opinion at one point in the past. Like, I knew you could obviously get diamond in single player, but multiplayer just felt like such a better way. You like how I can't shoot and think at the same time? Hope you guys enjoy that. Is Rancho worth buying? 100%. It is one of the most worth it maps in my opinion. I see 3 dead Fallow. Did we kill all 4? The only one I'm not sure about was the second one we shot. Unless that's one of the 4s. I think that's the one that we just shot twice there, that level 3. I don't know. What DLCs to buy? I tend to recommend, like, Weapon Pack 1 and... It's not called Weapon Pack 4, it's technically called the Smoke and Barrels Weapon Pack. If you get both of those, and then... What I would do is go into multiplayer and try out the DLC maps. You don't have to own the DLC for any map to play it in multiplayer. And if you like one, I'd buy it. By the way, we did kill all 4 Fallow. Grinding for a Diamond Mule, any advice? I'd probably hunt Parquet from like 9 to 12 during their drink time there. I think Parquet is probably the best map to grind them. Rancho maybe would rival that, but I don't know. I don't know Rancho well enough yet. Hard to say. But yeah, I'd be hunting Parquet. Do you hunt IRL, and if so, what animals? I do. Primarily whitetail. I've been self-filming for, technically this is like the 3rd season. I did it in 2019, 2020, and in spring of this year already I've been filming turkey hunting. I've only filmed myself shooting deer, I think 6, 7, how many have I shot on film? I think 6. Yeah, should be 6. And yeah, I want to branch out though. I'm working on trying to do some hunts like for, say, pronghorn or mule deer or elk. One of these days. Oh, nice acid. That's pretty cool. What's my favorite multi-mount of ones we've put together, or do you mean my favorite, like, how do I say this? Just my favorite mount or pose or something like that. I think my favorite actually is the Breadwinner. You've got a male lion and 2 female lions taking down a Cape Buffalo, and if you put like rares or diamonds and stuff in there, it tends to look pretty darn cool. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I thought my fallow buck on this side stopped spawning, but he's just chilling behind the does. We're running though on 30 out of 6 rounds, which for one means we've been busy today. I wonder what we started with. I thought it was like 150, but we haven't fired 110 rounds today. I don't think. Surely not. Got a diamond Sika today. Nice, Golden. Should be... This is a not cool spot for fallow to drink, but should be a number of them back there, and then usually what happens is one from over on this side will spook. Unless it didn't spawn this time. A lot of times I'll see one running across there. What scope? I use the Argoscope, the 8-2-16 power one. I don't know if it's most content creators, but it seems most that I watch tend to use the Hyperion. I just like the additional zoom. It works for me, you know? How can I get a diamond bison? What I would do is go into your map, whichever bison species you're trying to go after. Hirschfelden for European bison, or Yukon or SRP for plains bison, depends on which you prefer. And then shoot every male that you can. Gotta get the respawns. That was pushing it, but we got along. Ah. Didn't think that guy was gonna spook. Nice. Oof. Got out of there in time. Now gonna try to take a 350 meter trotting shot. Probably not one we're gonna hit. I figured so, Kyla. Good morning. Hope you had a good nap. We missed you. No diamond fallows have shown up because I didn't have the professional's advice. We're still out here smoking them though. As you can see. By the way, you started with 109 bullets. Oh, thank you. Thanks for going and checking that. So we have fired close to 70. By the time the stream's over, we'll have fired probably over 70. I know there's been a couple of animals we've shot at twice. I think we missed that one fallow like 3 or 4 times, but probably gonna have 60-ish kills between fallow and Sika today. Not a bad day's work. Just got an albino female whitetail on Rancho, and the fur's way different. Yet, just for the sake of clarification, in case you're curious, the fur isn't different than on Layton. They've just changed the albino fur type now, so, like, the albinos you shoot on Layton now will look the same. No worries, Toaster. It's because I have to shoot them to get your diamond response. That's how it works. It tends to be. In my... I don't know how many I've killed, but I'm gonna say about 1,000. In my 1,000, I've gotten, I believe, exactly 1 diamond to spawn. I had a troll, but I'm pretty sure 1 diamond and 1 troll has been it. You've had, when you came here, at least 2 diamonds and 1 other troll spawn. Absurd. I really do wonder, like, if there's something to... Because I've noticed you'll do this. Sometimes you'll see, like, a level 2 or something, and you're just like, nah, not worth it. Like, I'm curious, could there be a thing where somehow leaving, like, a certain percentage of smaller bucks or something makes your odds better? I don't know. Because it's not like... I've had this theory for a long time, and a lot of you guys have probably heard me say this. I've always felt as if certain players have better odds of some species spawning as diamonds than others. Like, I feel like I have a really good diamond javelina spawning map. I think I've had 5 level 5s, and I have yet to actually try to grind for them. I just keep on killing diamonds and 1 troll. I don't think I have a good diamond red fox spawning map. Obviously. I think I've killed 1 diamond fox on any of my maps ever. The rest have been trolls. But that doesn't explain why Kyla comes here and shoots, you know, maybe 50 to 100 fallow, and then a diamond tends to spawn. There's gotta be something there. I almost don't want to know what it is. I'd like to think Kyla's just got the magic touch, but who knows. What do you mean by that? I kill all the bucks 90% of the time? Okay, fair enough. I don't get to see what you're doing. I thought that I recalled, like, hearing you have, like, a similar thing. Like, I'm just not going to kill that small one, but maybe it might be more about not claiming them, now that I'm thinking of it. Anyway, you know. Started with 111 ammo. Well, either way, we're down to 29 rounds left. Are you saying you follow me on Twitch, John? I think I'm reading that correctly. If so, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. By the way, the final Subnautica Below Zero VOD is going to probably be out tomorrow. I wanted to have that out today, but because we played some Classic at the end of that stream, I wanted to, like, cut the Classic part off the VOD. It takes a little while to do that. Oh. That's a bummer. That one kind of got away. We'll probably leave it. I know there's a number of other ones that we dropped yet, so we'll just worry about them. I'm saying on my map I do that, but I'm debating on leaving the small one since my map hasn't given me a diamond in a while. Yeah, I knew you meant... You're saying on your map you kill all the bucks 90% of the time? I think I understood you correctly. I thought that I would hear you say, you know, you're not gonna go shoot a certain one, but I do think it's more been where you don't have to claim them necessarily. You play Subnautica? Since February, I think. I've been doing Subnautica basically once a week over on Twitch. So we did the original Subnautica, and then just recently we wrapped up the Subnautica Below Zero game as well. So this coming Sunday on Twitch, around noon. I'm thinking about, because we're going to be starting like a new series, changing the time now, because I had to change it soon-ish before football season starts, because otherwise I'm just streaming over the 1 o'clock games. But let's say around noon for now. We're going to do the Red Dead Redemption 2 storyline, because despite the fact that I've got like 200 hours in the game, it's all been online. I've never done the stories, so a lot of people have asked for that. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. It might be the type of thing that we either do streams longer than 2 hours or more than once a week. It's getting to that time of year where, you know, to go hunting and film that and record a video and have a video or stream every day, it's going to be tough to add like another stream, but we might try to get some additional Red Dead, maybe on YouTube. Who knows? Anyway, point is that's going to be what's happening next Sunday on Twitch. I fell back in love with this game. That happens with me fairly often. It's funny how, like, I'll go... It's like phases of, I don't really want to play, but I guess I'll go and hunt a certain thing, and then I'll go to 120 hours every 2 weeks, like 60 hours a week, just grinding it, loving it. It's funny how it goes back and forth, and it's not even necessarily when new updates happen, it just kind of happens. I swear... That's a nice one. I guess they're all commons. I thought I must have saw like the white neck of one of them. I thought I saw like an albino, but wishful thinking, I do suppose. Oh, yeah. Worth pointing out. I should have said that originally. On console, the update for Rancho hasn't happened yet, so animals that you shoot and kill and don't claim will respawn as something else. On PC, that doesn't work. Me thinking you just play Call of the Wild? The amount of games that, like in any given week, we'll do Call of the Wild Classic, something for Throwback Thursday, and then a different game on Sunday for that stream. I kind of like that we have that much variety, despite the fact that, you know, it's majority Call of the Wild. I'm trying to find... Goodness gracious. I think Jacksonbeard just rode by in his Harley. Anyway, I'm trying to find a place where we can get a shot at as many of these as possible, and I think this is our spot here. Oh, that recoil was bad. That got me good. I don't know where that other one went. Remember, we really shouldn't be shooting more than 3 in one spot. I would have shot all 4 if I could have, but recoil won that battle. Are the black springbuck considered rare? They are not, and it's kind of sad. They can only be female. You cannot get the fur type's called black-brown, actually. You can't get one to be male. Why that is, I have no idea. It's one of the coolest looking fur types in the game. But, restricted to only females. I really thought that was a good shot. Must have been vertebrae. Anyway, we have, I'm sure, a number of other ones to try to get. There was a 4 on this far side. Yeah, he's over there. So many fallow. Okay, they're far enough away. I don't think they'll hear if we shoot these two. How about you just, you stay there. We'll worry about the shooting of such things. These guys are chilling. There's 3 there. Gonna be tough to kill all 3. What's up, Hunter Man? I thought you were gonna just not show up today. How's your... I'm gonna call it a trip. I'm not sure if vacation or whatever's the... I don't know exactly what you got going on, but how's things going there? Another 220 fallow. We're down to 23 rounds. I don't remember the last time we got this close to 0 in any weapon other than the 22, but kind of proud of that. Okay, if we scoot over a little more, at the very least we will have a clear shot at all 3. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll do our best. What's up, Levi? Small Puke Lake? Yeah, this one right up here in Pucamero or whatever. Puke Lake is a much better term anyway. Okay. Try to kill all 3. I think they're too close. I feel like about 220 meters is the ideal range to kill 3 animals. The rate at which they go alert and eventually spook. What do we do? Hit the tree? Anyway, they take longer to spook when they're farther away. And I think at like 150, it's just kind of too quick. In the meantime, oh, lucky boyo. First shot he moved. I think we still killed them all, just not quite in the fashion that I intended to. So we have a bunch of claiming to do. I think a total of 5 yet to pick up. Then we'll be wrapping up the stream. Oh. Hold on. Perhaps a total of 6. Got a diamond whitetail. Nice, Mason. People say black fur on bighorn is rare? Nah. Bighorn, the only rare that I'm aware of is albino. I don't think there is a melanistic, but the black bighorn are just kind of an uncommon. Have you played NBA 2K21? The last NBA video game that I played was NBA Live 2005. It's been a minute. Haven't played a basketball video game in quite some time. Ooh, nice hunter, man. Very late once again. No worries, golfer. It's been a stream of many kills. Apparently we started with around 110 rounds and we're down to 17. I wouldn't say... I mean, most of those were like one-shot kills. I wouldn't say that we have, you know, around 90, probably 60 to 70 kills today, though. One of these days, we'll do a stream like this where we know we're going to be shooting a ton of animals, and I'll pay attention to the kill count. That said, I know the codex doesn't always track correctly, so it might not even matter. I think when you're claiming animals super rapidly, like kind of how we are right now, the codex doesn't always count every single one, because I've watched specifically this number not increase properly. I don't even think my diamond counter is going up correctly, and by the way, this should say 775, it should be 300 less than what it says. There was the time when the codex was counting diamonds incorrectly in the other direction, but now I'm pretty sure I've had more than, I guess, like 70-ish diamonds since that codex issue, but that's what it says anyway. Nice, Fade. M1 really good. I mean, it's the gun that we've gotten every single kill during this stream with. Recoil is good, the fire rate is good, power's good. If you have, and I don't even think we have all of them, in, where is it actually? Is it skills? No, I think it's perks for shotguns. Where is it? Yeah, recoil management. I only have 1. If you have all 3 perk points in that, you can really do well. I've kind of just learned to do okay with it without having all 3 because I've got my perk points in other places, but yeah, with that, you can pretty effectively drop, you know, 2-3 animals in every herd if you want. Just spotted level 5 Kratos Ibex, sweet. They're a cool one as well. I like the shape of their horns, and they have a lot of kind of variants, which is always nice. If I remember right, there ought to be one more. One that we hit kind of poorly, unless that was that one that we claimed back there. Nah, Rascal's got something figured out here. Don't know where, but he definitely knows there's blood somewhere. What lake? It's this one up here in the Pucamero region. I don't know how many fallow deer we just shot here. Would it had to be 4, like 10 plus, I'm thinking. Something like that. Small Puke Lake, as it is affectionately referred to as. Alright, yeah, and Tussin shot on that one. I think Mr. Rascal deserves a little bit of praise and a treat. Most underrated gun, the 243. 100%. I carry it on, I think, every map. And a lot of people, you know, in the comments are like, I can't kill anything, I only have the starting weapon, what do I do? Like, the 243 is a very good weapon. It just takes some time to kind of master. On that note, we are going to wrap up. So unfortunately no diamonds, no rares today, but a pretty good number of respawns. I think for both Sika and Fallow deer, we've made some pretty good progress today. So hopefully the, I guess, technically rare gold Fallow number 2 is not too far away. I just want one that's not albino. Piebald or melnistic would be awesome. And then, again, hopefully a gold albino Sika deer is somewhere not too far down the road as well. But yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for all the support. And I will see you hopefully in tomorrow's video. Bye!